Hello folks, long time no video, which I apologise, in part because the car's been away having worked on it for three to 4 months, something like that, and the other bits and pieces I've done since I had it back have really been kind of tinkering, so there's really just some updates in this of work to date in progress. As I say updates, some of these are almost a year old, but I'll cover them whilst I remember. First things first, this might have been seen in earlier videos, but I got the air cleaner and also the wheels powder coated. East Kilbride Blast and powder coating did that, and they look fantastic. So I got all 5 wheels done, and I got, as well as the air cleaner buried down here under the spares, the jack handle bit done. These were powder coated in RAL 7044, which is a pretty good match for what was there, and also for the grease rose colour that the wheels most often were painted in. There's a bit of debate about that, because at some point Citroen changed the colour and the code from grease rose to roux grease, so from rose grey to wheel grey, but whether that was really a colour change seems to be a little bit debatable. But this was a good match for what was on there. Worked out at about £50 per wheel, plus £50 for the air cleaner. They had to order in the powder coating especially, so that was something like another £80–90 something. I came in about £380 or £390 or something like that, which I think was pretty decent, and it looks like a good finish. And I got the new sticker for the Neo filter, sticker for the air filter as well. The big work that's been done has been welding. So on this side we've got a new elephant's ear, new rain gutter in there as well, and underneath here we've got a new bumper mount, and at the end this new end panel here as well, which this elephant's ear was kind of rusty, and when I managed to bash the rear bumper in, it pushed this edge in here, and although it's straightened out, this being rusty and this is a little bit frilly down here as well, got those replaced. And I also got this almost the same done on the other side. I don't know if you can see in there, but I've got a new bumper mount in there, new rain gutter as well. The elephant's ear on this side was fine, so left that alone. Other work, I should have really unlocked that door beforehand, but if I can get down low enough, this front, the factory workshop jacking point, the top edge of that, there's a triangular plate sits above there. That had rusted from the outside in, slightly unusually. I think dirt had got trapped in there, so that had been replaced. And there was a small patch on the front sill down here, maybe about an inch long at most, that needed patch, so that's been done. And I have got new door bottoms on both of this side here, and you can see this fetching yellow paint is just epoxy to keep the corrosion at bay now that it's been redone. Same on this side here, new door bottom. This door was a replacement door that I'd got, but it wasn't a great fit up onto the wing here. The door was sitting proud, so this door is being reshaped to make sure it fits properly. Just getting my fingers on the camera there. and I also had, there was a little pinhole, similar size, same places on the left hand side here, but it hadn't really developed. It was just a pinhole. The other one, the other side, was about this long, so that's been replaced, and I've got new sill coverings to go on this eventually. Let me just open up this back door. So it's the new outer skin, lower skin there, and also on each side we've got new material in the bottom here, and the new on the bottom of the doors, and new seal channels as well in there. Drips off the roof on here. I've not fitted the seals back in here yet because the next stage is ideally getting the panels, all the panels off this, and getting them stripped and painted. I had got a garage lined up just round the corner, which was very handy, but that has fallen through, so a bit of an impasse at the moment, because I need to get this obviously undercover to take all the panels off and strip the glass and the locks etc. out, and then take them off, get them solder blasted and then painted, and whilst the panels are off it, I can do stuff like polish the bumpers and clean up the engine bay and get all those bits and pieces sorted out. Ideally also get the dashboard out and get that repainted, because it's decidedly scabby in there. So that is the basic plans for hopefully the next 3 or 4 months, garage depending. It's all covered in bits of leaves off the trees etc. here. Other bits of work, I've been having more fiddling about with the carburettor. I replaced the accelerator pump plunger and the check valve on that, which have made a difference. Got those parts from classiccars. Could fit those with just taking the top of the carb off. The other thing that, well, I did an oil and filter change. We had a tech day a few months ago now, and did an oil and filter change there. The other thing I did was a lot of alterations to these throttle rods. It's a bit, those of you who'll know that on the right hand drive, there's a rod comes from the bottom of the throttle, and there's a U-shaped piece of metal goes around the back of the engine and connects to the rod that comes up to control the carb. And the throttle hadn't felt right for a while, and I had funny running issues with the car, not getting idle right, and these rods were way out of adjustment. So thanks to Darren from Citroen Classics, who was up and helped me sort that out and tweak the tune on the carb, but I couldn't at the time figure out why it needed so all of a sudden these throttle rods needed so much adjustment. And I think what has happened is that on where the rod comes out from the throttle in the driver's side, down here, it runs under this cover here, the rod, and just as it goes out the firewall there's a pinch bolt before it goes round on the U-shaped piece of metal, and I got a feeling that pinch bolt might have slipped, hence all the odd adjustments. This is idling very high. Just get that back down. There we go. So that metal U-shaped piece that runs around here was actually dropping and hitting on the exhaust and keeping the idle up at times. It wasn't working terribly well. So that's adjusted out, but I think I need to go back under there and actually adjust the pinch bolt and go back and adjust the throttle rods, because it's still a bit too close to the exhaust for comfort. Other bits and pieces, I've got new indicator bulb holders to fit, which I'm going to have a go at later today. And for a long time my main beam warning light on the dashboard has not been working, and it's not the bulb, and I've got this loose at the moment. Investigate that, as I think it's perhaps the wire connection to one of the multi-plugs at the back, so I'm going to investigate that. But this is actually the first time I've had it up and running for getting on for probably about 3, maybe even 4 weeks now. Took a couple of cranks to get going, but it started up nicely, so get it up to temperature and get these indicators sorted out, then take it for a little spin. The usual thing, the indicator, the wires that go into the holder at the back of here they're quite fragile. On the left hand side, a couple of the wires, one of the wires anyways, desoldered itself, well, just broken. And on this side, the actual the plate that sits on top of a spring, the base of the plate is snapped and it's sinking down into the spring when you push the bulb in, so it's not making a good contact. So I hate doing electrical stuff, don't understand electricity, it's all black magic and tricks as far as I'm concerned, but we'll have a go at that. So that's where we are with this. How much more I'll get done over the winter, as it all depends on the garage situation. But should that sort itself out, then hopefully we'll be making big steps to having this thing actually looking decent, running decent, structurally sound, mechanically good, but cosmetically challenged, should we say. So with a bit of luck, that'll get it all sorted very soon. Oh, and I've got a new rear bumper as well. That's sitting in the house, that's the other thing. I've got a new rear bumper from a fellow club member, which was great. So I'm polishing that up, and I've also got a new front valance, which is sat in the house as well. As you can see, this one here is really not any good. When I was getting the other welding work done, took a look at that, and as with all these things, they could be fixed, but the cost of repairing this would be more than the cost of a new one. New steel ones are about 400, fiberglass ones are about 200. I ended up going for a fiberglass one, partly out of cost, but also knowing that, you know, that's quite a vulnerable area, and it will mean that it's not going to end up with big holes in it again, as this one has holes in filler. So those are things to come. Bye for now.